Boston Bruins forward is set to have a major breakout season in this upcoming year on a brand new line, which is surely going to make him elite. We're going to be talking about that, as well as a new target by the Boston Bruins, a familiar one in Mike Hoffman, and how this controversial pick could be an interesting one for this season. And also, I'm going to finish them off with another bit of trivia. As I said in the last video, the news is a bit short, I guess we can say, in the off season. So we're going to be touching a little bit on that as well. But before we get into all of this news here, we know 75% of you guys watching right now are not subscribed to the channel. If you're not subscribed already, make sure to hit the sub button. We have a very busy off season, as well as a big upcoming season that you won't want to miss about any Boston Bruins news. So make sure to hit that sub button. Let's make this percentage go down. But we're very close to 4,000 as well. If we could hit that by the beginning of next season, that would be absolutely amazing. I hope you guys enjoy the new setup. I'm still getting used to it a bit, so if you see me glancing over to my monitors, we're going to get used to it together, so don't worry about it. But let's get into our first topic here, which is a Pavel Zacha breakout season could be coming. And this is one that I think we could see very early on next season really take into effect and really have a big impact on how the Bruins are going to face the beginning of next season. So I'm going to pull up this screenshot. This one, I can't remember where this is from, so I do apologize. I believe it's the Hockey News. But just heading into next season, Zacha is expected to return to left wing. As the Bruins added a few first-line centers, Elias Lindholm in free agency, Zacha is projected to play on a line with Lindholm and superstar David Pastrnak. So there is a real chance that that his offense could see another jump next season. This is especially true if Lindholm regains his star form. And for Lindholm, if he does regain his star form, this is the line, this is the team that will make this happen. We know that Lindholm has that superstar potential, and one that he's not really had the past few seasons, but has shown in his career that this is easily capable from him. And adding that to a David Pastrnak, as well as a Pavel Zacha, who really over the past few seasons has made a great impact on his career. Such a big jump from what we have seen 2 seasons ago from him. I do expect this line, but especially Pavel Zacha, to take a big step up next season. And this is from last season. I will pull up his stats through his career to kind of see the trend of how this has made an impact over the past few seasons. But as you can see, 59 points in 78 games with 21 goals and 38 assists for Zacha, who last season played a bit of center, bit of wing, was kind of wherever they needed him. Kind of that 1A and 1B center along with Charlie Coyle. But 20 minutes time on ice for him is really going to have a major impact next season with an even better line than what he had last season. So I'm very excited to see how this is going to take into effect, how this is going to work out. And just the whole impact on Pavel Zacha's full winger, from what we know right now, full winger role will have how this will have a big impact on his season without changing back and forth in different lines, different locations, whether it's center or the wing. And hopefully with everybody staying healthy, this could be a real game changer for this Boston Bruins first line to recreate and make a solid #1 terrifying first line to play against. So let me know what you think about Pavel Zacha, because it's definitely one that I think we're going to see a lot of stuff from. But I will pull up, before we head on to our next topic here, the stats of his career. And as you can see the trend, I do apologize, it's a bit small, but 36 points with New Jersey in 2021 and 2022. And over the last 2 seasons with Boston, 57 points, then 59 this most recent season. His game has taken a major step up. And with this new line, with his new teammates, I expect this to even jump up to what I'm hoping could be 70, 75, 80 points. Now, it may be a long shot for Pavel Zacha, but with what we've seen from his game, with what we've seen from him so far in this Boston Bruins tenure, I can always see this going up and up and up, and I'm very excited to see how next season plays out. So, like I said, let me know what you think about Zacha and his role next season, but let's head on to our second topic here of this video, which is the Bruins could be targeting controversial forward Mike Hoffman. And this is one that we've seen before, one that we could have seen a trade for Mike Hoffman, I believe in 2021, and now reports are circling back again from free agent Mike Hoffman. Now, I'll start off with this. I'm going to be a bit biased on this one, and I really dislike Mike Hoffman as a player. Everything from his Ottawa days, I just really haven't liked him. So, I guess that kind of works out the same now, what my opinion's going to be on this, what my thoughts on a possible Mike Hoffman signing are, but I'm not a fan of it. And this is what we have here from this one. When considering the remaining unrestricted free agents, veteran forward Mike Hoffman is an intriguing option. Now, yes, he could be an intriguing option. He could help out your game a slight bit. He could be on a PTO. He could be on a minimum deal. But from what we know, Mike Hoffman, from a player, from a person, he's not the type of teammate that you want to see. His game over the past few seasons has taken a major decline, especially with last season. What we've seen really wasn't his best year at all. with 23 points and only 13 minutes average time on ice with a -21. We're going to have to take into consideration that this is on the San Jose team that got the first overall pick, was the worst team in the NHL. But Mike Hoffman himself on this was not a great player either. We've seen great players on bad teams. A prime example is Erik Karlsson, but near 35-year-old really is a free agent that some teams are thinking of. Some teams are wondering if he can work out with their system. And for the Boston Bruins, although he might work out with this system, he may work out in the whole plan that they have to get that extra winger, a bit of offensive ability, win with the right guys when playing the right game. But I really don't know if we're going to see that. And from Mike Hoffman's stats here, as you can see, not great over the past few seasons, a steady decline from his days in Florida, especially that 18-19 season, and going down and down and down. And that's not one thing the Bruins want to have. That's not one thing they want to deal with. That's not one player they want to have to try and get back on track near at the age of 35. It's just not the Boston Bruins plan right now. They're looking on the wings to take from within, try and fit this lineup back to what they want it to be, try and go some internal stuff because we still have a lot of spending to do on one guy named Jeremy Swayman. And that's really the big concerning point about that extra winger they may try to get. It may have to be from within. Lysell, Merkulov may not be ready, so there still is a bit of thinking. Obviously, it could be a tryout, as I mentioned, but I gotta think we have to wait until the whole Jeremy Swayman situation is solved before we actually get into focusing on another winger. That Jeremy Swayman should be the main priority, but if it is Mike Hoffman, as I mentioned in this video, I don't like it. I really don't. He could be an option, but I very much dislike it from a personal standpoint, but also from hockey knowledge and Bruins standpoint. I don't think that this is going to be the case, and I hope it's not the case. I've mentioned a few other free agents. I'd rather any of them over Mike Hoffman, as well as likely any option internally that we have. So let me know what you think about Mike Hoffman as well. I have a feeling that a lot of this, a lot of these comments and thoughts about Mike Hoffman will kind of be the same as mine. Not really the guy we're looking for, but if need be, by any situation, it may have to be the option if they are incredibly desperate. But we know the Bruins aren't like that right now. They probably shouldn't be, and they don't need to be. So, like I said, let me know what you think. But let's head on to our final topic here, which is a bit of Bruins trivia. I figured, once again, as I mentioned in the intro, it's a bit of fun stuff to do now when the news is a bit slow. I also like to get some conversation going in the comments, and I got a bit of a different one today, so congratulations to those of you who got the answer right yesterday. It was pretty easy. That was one featured on Jeopardy, but this is the one we have here today. What player ripped a fan's shoe off and beat him with it in a brawl with fans in New York? Now, I'm sure this one is going to be also pretty up there with a lot of you Bruins fans. I think a lot of you guys will know this, but like I said in the last video, make sure to put it in the comments below. I'll like the answers in the comments. I'll give them a heart for those who got the right answer, as well as I'll mention it in the beginning of next video, if I remember. But, once again, probably should be a bit of an easy one, but that's all I got here in this video. Let me know what you think of all of the news we have here today. Mike Hoffman, Pavel Zacha, what are your thoughts on those two? But I'm signing out. Hope you enjoyed the new setup. Still getting used to it. If anything is a bit off here today, I do apologize. But I'm signing out, like I said. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you later.